Okay, welcome to today's forecast. We'll start off with dollar Swissy. We'll quickly go over last week and the levels that we were looking at. We can see the support going through this level. It is kind of hard to draw levels on this instrument, but these are the two going straight back to here, going across here and across this level as well is where we want to be, and we've just been bouncing off either level, but still good trading opportunities to be found in there. If we go down into the H1, last week I said bounce above Monday's high, this area coming into play, Monday's low. So we've played the sell side, so from this is Monday's range, we got a broke below that, we sold that straight onto this level, and then we bought this straight onto the next level. So it's been quite easy to trade dollar Swiss. We also took a trade, if you remember, a few weeks back, same scenario, break above here, whoever remembers that, into previous Monday's range. So we've been doing quite well, even though the higher time frame suggests that it would be hard to trade. It's actually been quite pleasant. So where are we now? We're back up at this level, so that would suggest to me that I'd be looking for sales. I don't really like selling the continuation, but this level is key now. So do we get a push back down to this level? That is what I'm looking for. If we get a daily close above this level, so let me just clear that off. If we get a daily close and a retest up here, then shorts are off. It's going to go higher, taking out maybe these levels, but I do prefer the short side, just because where it is at the moment, right below here. So if we get something sets up with Monday's range, let's have a look at it now. It's quite tight at the moment. We'll mark out the low, but hopefully, you know, we come up, tag that higher time frame level. That'll give you your Monday's range, and you can sell down to here. Take some off at previous Monday's high, as you do expect a little reaction there, but we'll play it as we go along. So dollar Swiss looking very promising this week. We'll go on to EURUSD. The levels that we're looking at, if you can just see the support and resistance, it's not the clearest, but you can see the support and resistance, support here. So what we really need to do to get involved in longs is a break above this level. This is the weekly time frame, and then I think we will be going back up to the side of this range. If you look over to the left, we do have, you know, this range. Do we come down first and clear out a lot of traders in here, and then come back up again? That's what I'll be looking at also. So basically stuck between two levels and looking for a break on the other side. We'll go down to the daily and see if we can see anything a little clearer. So these are the two levels. Oh, apologies. You see the buying came in here, and you can see the rejections here, and some buying came in here. So all depends. If we can break above here, then we're going higher. I would suggest taking some off here. If I'm not interested in playing the short side, just because I think there's more opportunity to be had buying it. So we'll see what happens. Price action obviously a little bit all over the place, but we still took trades on this instrument last week, or the previous, not last week, the week before that. We bought EURUSD and held it to up here, previous Monday's range. Let me get rid of that. Buying here and taking in most of this move. So basically we'll see what Monday does, and looking at it now, see what Monday does. If we break below, I suggest that we're going lower, and I will not be interested in that market. I will just let it go without me. But if we do something like this, then I'll be interested in it. Okay, so hopefully that's clear. Pound at interesting levels. If I can find you. I said last week wanted one move higher, so one move higher up into this level. So I do think maybe we just trickle down into this level and then start buying again. This is the key levels because just recent buying came into here, and we also have support and resistance going through here. So I don't want to be trading really where it's at in no man's land at the moment. Either we come up here and I can look for selling opportunities, or it comes down here and look for buying opportunities. I'd rather that move at the start of the week come down, and then we can engage in some long. So at the moment we're in no man's land with that. We'll just have to let price play out a little bit. We'll go to Euro USD, or Euro Yen, sorry. Weekly levels, support, 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 a little bit of support in here, support, support, and we are coming up to areas where we've sold off heavily before. So looking to sell dollar yen, but please keep in mind these levels here. So we really need to be trading at around these levels for me to sell. So a nice pop up here would be great, but also keep in mind this level. If we get below, then it's game over for dollar yen. So let's just see what Monday's doing so far. Reminder that we had a nice trade a few weeks ago with Monday's range, and last week that's just a little bit of chop going through there. So we'll have to obviously let Monday's range unfold, but I do favour shorts. I think that we've had the initial move and now we're getting the pullback, so we'll wait for structure to break, we'll wait for Monday's ranges to break, hopefully get below here and start selling again. So a long way off yet. If it just goes higher and higher, then I'm not really interested in it. Can do that, and I'll not be too worried about it. Aussie, if we go out to the whole way to the monthly, we have to find some levels, but there was heavy buying coming in here on Aussie. So what I would suggest is look for heavy buying again. Although this is quite heavy, I don't like trading with the momentum, which is quite strange. I just think that the bigger move is to the upside. So you can see that the momentum coming down into this level gets quite halted, and then you have the massive move to the other direction. So we'll see how this plays out. That will be the target. We'll go down actually into the daily, and we'll see what's happening at the moment. Any clear price action where you can see the resistance coming off that level that we're looking at. So price for me needs to get above here if we're going to entertain longs, and I'm willing to wait on that. I haven't even looked at Aussie in quite a while, just because there wasn't really anything from a technical standpoint that made sense to me. But now that we have that level, I'm going to be keeping a closer eye on it. So we do have this initial move. Is this the pullback for the continuation? We'll wait and see, but be looking to buy Aussie. Maybe if it's not this week, possibly next week. Sort of similar Kiwi. We have area of support and heavy buying came in here. We're finding it hard to break that level, as you can see. So interested in looking for longs, but only up into the previous resistance. So support should turn to resistance. So looking for something like that up into here. Let's go down into the daily and see where we're at. Anything makes sense. Yeah, so a strong daily close above this level, and we'll have to see. So, and then we'll get that movement like I say, this is only my thinking. And my thoughts. Yeah, so if we can get Monday's range to close above this higher time frame level, you can see even on the lower time frames the significance of this level: support, resistance, 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 support, 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 support. So you do have that added confluence. So let's see if Monday's range can finish out above here, and then I'll be looking for a move to the upside. Now if it starts breaking down below here, then I'm not interested in it. Pound yen, interesting weekly level. Looking for selling opportunities from here, just based off this support and resistance. You can see the previous support. So what it would take for me to change my mind is a daily close. So if Monday daily closes above this weekly level, then I'm not interested. But let's go down into the H1. Monday's range coming off that higher time frame level. If we come up, sweep all that, break down, then I'll be waiting there and playing the short to down there, and that's what I'll be waiting for, short on pound yen. Simple as that. We'll look to close up very shortly here. We'll go to CAD weekly, heavy buying in here, and we've always been buying down here, looking for that move up here. We don't really want to be selling into an area where we've had heavy buying before. Well, I don't. That's just my judgment on it. We did have a nice CAD yen trade a few weeks ago, and last week we were saying we were looking at this structure, and what we really need is a break of structure. So we've got that break of structure and we've went higher, and let's see how Monday unfolds. It looks a bit stretched at the moment, so the risk to reward might be a bit poor, but if we can come down, hit the midpoint, back above, use a swing point higher up to get involved in longs, and that's what we'll be looking for. But I'll probably update you tomorrow on that. But overall, just looking at the higher time frame, you should know that I'm looking for longs. Dollar CAD, we'll look at the monthly chart. You can see the resistance coming off here, so that'll be a level to either take profits on shorts or to look for longs. As always though, I haven't really been too involved with dollar CAD, mainly because this high is left untouched, which seems strange. It seems like a trap to me, so I think we'll just go sideways, grind up and pop that before the actual move down, and then this will become the target area, and then if that breaks, then we're going a lot lower. So still on the sidelines with dollar CAD until we either hit this level or take out that high up here. We'll go to Euro CAD and pound CAD. We'll go to pound CAD first. For quite some while I've been looking to sell these areas, so you can see a sell off from here before, sell off, sell off, sell off, and we're just in this big range here really. So looking to sell high up here, and we'll see what Monday does and see if we can get a nice little range to get involved in that. We have, hopefully doesn't break above that. Let's get the day dividers on to have a quick look. With structure coming up in there, so we'll let Monday unfold, and then hopefully on Tuesday, if we can get involved, we'll be selling, and this is the next level that we'll be selling to, and then hopefully we can break down that and go from there. Euro CAD is quite similar. So weekly time frames, I've been shouting about it for quite a while, looking for selling opportunities here. based off the swing points and based off the fact that we've sold off heavily from this high and we've sold off heavily from that high. So if we've sold off heavily at these prices before, you know, I just look for it to repeat itself, and it seems to be doing that. This is the next stumbling block. We need to get below that if we want to add the shorts. So you can see some resistance there. So if we can break down below that on a daily time frame, let's go to the daily. You can see support and resistance. So a daily close below that really opens up this instrument to the whole way down to here. And yeah, I'll be excited to try and get on board that. Can it come back up and retest this? Absolutely, and it can just chop here. So just because I'm expecting or looking for these levels to come into play does not mean that it's gonna drop today and then that's it. You know, trading's totally different. Good chop for quite a while. I'm just trying to get on board opportunities to get down there. I'll finish off with Aussie New Zealand. Just the fact that we've been looking at it for quite some time with the support here. You see it's turned into resistance, but I don't like that really, because heavy buying came in here before and we've swept that quite wicked price action. So it looks like it's coming off resistance at the moment, but I'm waiting for that daily close, maybe weekly close above here to get involved in the longs. I think the bigger move is to the upside, so that's something that I'll be looking at. Yeah, I think long should be priority in that pair. We'll go down and see what H1's doing. Yeah, quite messy price action. So I think again we'll let Monday unfold and take it from there. Any instruments you want me to go over, or any that I missed it should have gone over, like Euro Pound. Quickly, it's just the middle of nowhere. I was looking to pull back up into these areas. I want to be trading up in these areas for selling opportunities. So if we do get that pullback, then just know that I'll be on hand to try and short that. So yeah, that's it for today. Like I say, reach out if you have any questions, and yeah, let's have a good week.